All right. Thank you. Howdy, Mama. Here's our love song for tonight. It's called A Boy Named Sue. First time I did this song was at San Quentin Prison in California. It's on our latest Columbia album. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave very much to my ma and me, just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that my daddy ever did before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and then I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen. Roamed from town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that snake that give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table dealing studs, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture my mom had had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and he looked at me and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. When I hit him hard right between the eyes, he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and bit off a piece of my ear. Well, I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall into the street, a-kicking and a-gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. Excuse me, I got a little cold tonight. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong. He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me, and you got the right to kill me. Now I wouldn't blame you if you do, but you ought to thank me before you die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye, because I'm that named you Sue." Yeah, well, what could I do? What could I do? Got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him my pa, he called me son, and I come away with a different point of view. Well, I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a boy, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George or John, anything. I still hate that name.